Well, if there's one thing we can be certain of, it's that COVID 19 is a dream come true for scammers and con artists. Yeah, you can put those Brazilian anti coronavirus resistant crystals over there, please. Thank you. So nothing brings out the con man, the conspiracy theorists, and your general sleazy salesman more than a pandemic. I've seen some of the funniest stuff over the last, 2 months now. That it just it has to be shown and laughed at. Some of the better stuff that I've seen has actually been FTC and FDA warnings against companies that are trying to market products or, in general, scams that would involve treatments for the viruses, cures, prevention, all pretty fake. But it's interesting enough that the United States government has to get involved to make it stop. Some of the better ones that I've seen is the herbal supplements, and the other ones that really got me was the aromatherapy by a company in the United Kingdom. Essential oils to protect against coronavirus. And it lists products that it sells are the most powerful antivirus essential oils to provide defense against coronavirus. Now, I can sell you something that would do the same. But you know what? So will a bottle of alcohol, rubbing alcohol. That'll do it too. Then there's a company out of Florida, the Vita Silver, where they're using ionic silver to kill the coronavirus. And I don't know if you ingest it, rub it on your skin. Not made clear on that one. There's a California-based company called Guru Nanda, and they've got it's frankincense. So I guess you light an incense in your home, and that wards away the evil spirits that would be the coronavirus. The other good one here is Vivify Holistic Clinic. It's a Canadian company, and what they've done is extensive research on coronavirus and has treated them very effectively using their protocols. And so they've got a preventative dose and an infection dose. It doesn't go into what it is that they're selling, but I'm sure it's old ground up newspaper and baking soda or something in caplet form. And some of the other more, I would say, insidious is the financial scams that are being run on elderly people. And these are, I guess these you could say are some of the worst, because they are exploiting people's deepest fears is what they're doing. And the elderly are most at risk because, well, they've got a chunk of money that they got to live off of for the rest of their life, and whatever little supplemental income through Social Security and other retirements that they have, and they're being hit really hard. There's a lot of that where online scammers will send emails and other text message communications to them with sometimes claiming to be family members that need money. And they'll need that money because that said family member is in a hospital, and they need 3-4 grand for the treatment, or I think I saw nine grand to treat it. But some of the other financial scams that I saw that the U.S. government was making note of, and I'm by no means a cheerleader for the United States government, but some of these are pretty bad. And it's a pump and dump scam where stocks are pumped up in value based on some kind of invention or development in a product that's going to prevent, or I guess eliminate, coronavirus. And there's a list that was issued by the was FTC, I believe, of companies that were doing that. And not only them, it's also entertainers. Jim Baker Show, the old religious televangelist from the 1980s, claimed that he had an antiviral, which was Silver Soul liquid and silver lozenges. I guess he made a video claiming to be able to cure it. So you got to watch out for some of the old players, the old scam artists from back in the day. These people know how to make money. They are good at it. And some of the other. So what the FTC and FDA have done is that they sent out letters to these companies where they have 48 hours to tell the FDA and FTC what they're doing to address the issues the agencies have raised. The letters also include a reminder of the ramifications of violating the law. In other words, their scam. How is this relevant? Is it real? And so what I did is I just casually went through and checked these companies' web pages, and lo and behold, I don't see anything about COVID-19 or coronavirus on their web pages. So it looks like it was fairly effective. As a matter of fact, a couple of them I couldn't even find, so they just folded up shop when they saw that people were actually paying attention to their false claims. And you got to remember, this is all about making a buck, a quick buck when you can. And people are desperate and scared. So this is the time when the snake oil salesman can really get out there and do what they do best. And that's the old con game. We're going to sell you something that's going to cure you. It's going to save you from this situation that you're in. And I suppose to a certain degree they're selling peace of mind, whether these products work or not. And it's a dangerous thing. I guess that's the whole reason for this little video blog, is to address these kind of things. One of the other scammy things I see floating around the interwebs is meditation as a defense or treatment for the virus. And I don't know how much better that is than getting a good night's sleep. I mean, really, if we're talking about rest, how can you beat 8, 9, 10, in my case, sometimes 12 hours a night? That seems to do the job. But I guess that ranges anywhere from a mildly helpful way of dealing with it to simply misleading. I mean, meditation, you're not going to, again, ward away an evil spirit by wishful thinking. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the two Davids, David Wilcock and David Icke. and their conspiratorial beliefs that there is some evil force behind all of this, with the Kennedy assassinations and every other conspiracy theory. And this goes right along with it, in that it was cooked up in a lab, released to the public. We would then be infected, thus require a vaccination that contained a microchip. Once activated by 5G towers, turn us all into servile reptiles under a one world government. Now, I don't know how anybody can possibly take any of this serious, but there most definitely are. I mean, this guy has got millions of views, and people are ardently believing it's insanity. I don't know any other way of describing it. So, but these people, they go right back to the sleazy snake oil salesmen of the 19th century that would roll into town on their carriage with their elixirs and medicines for anything that would cure you. I mean, anything you got, they had a cure for. And we're back to the snake oil, people, and you just got to be mindful of it. And I guess the best part is it's just be amused by it, because I mean, the stuff is really good. It's really funny stuff. So remember, wash your hands, take care of yourself, and keep watching out for the snake oil salesmen, because they are out there. This is your host, ElectroSkeptic, signing out.